If your chain falls off your bike, it's a sign that something isn't right. Usually it's a poorly adjusted derailleur or a bad chain line. If your chain falls off while riding, you don't have many options. You won't be fixing it on the spot. We'll show you a way to get the chain back on and get home. There are basically 3 ways the chain can fall off. At the rear cassette, it can fall behind the cassette and wheel spokes behind the cassette between the smallest sprocket and the frame, or it can fall off the front chainring. If your chain falls off the front chainring, the fix is simple. Here's the easy process for when the chain drops from the front chainring. Grab the derailleur's S-hook and pull it along with the derailleur forward. This will loosen the bottom part of the chain. Place it on the front chainring, release the derailleur and pedal to let the chain seat properly. Problem solved. When you're in the woods or on a bike path and your chain falls behind the cassette and wheel spokes, there's nothing left to do but forcefully pull the chain out. There's one nasty one there. You know, this is the worst part. There are these little pins. This is a perfect example of exactly what you have to do. You just yank it out. Sometimes the chain jumps behind the rear sprocket. Whether it's a poorly adjusted derailleur or someone knocked into it, it gets jammed. In the field, we have no choice but to use brute force, since almost nobody carries the right tools for this kind of repair, and being on a bike path doesn't help either. If the chain falls between the last sprocket and the frame, it usually gets stuck because there's very little space. In that case, we loosen the wheel. We put the chain back on the cassette and reattach the wheel. Then carefully spin it. That way we've got the chain back on. If we want to get home and the derailleur is damaged and not shifting properly, we find a gear on the cassette that works well enough and slowly ride home. After that, there's nothing left to do but visit a bike shop and get it properly adjusted.